Home Life. It's Home Plus Life Podcast.
It still throws me, that 9-second intro. I'm still struggling with it.
I prefer it.
I know you do, but I loved the whole thing. I got to bop along and sing along, get in the groove for a good 30 seconds. It was good fun.
Beforehand.
Clearly he needs a life, Sian. What are you doing?
Oh, he's
It's
got
just
one.
not her.
I don't take responsibility.
Not her job to give me a life. All right. So we're back with Narelle and Paul, and we thought, this episode would be really, really handy if we actually talked about the ins and outs of real estate marketing, and just from a home seller's perspective, because there's so many offerings, so much packaging, so much gold, silver, and bronze, tier marketing packages.
I'm the best marketer in my area. You need to talk to me.
Oh, there's that too. Look,
You are?
Yeah, I am. Just ask me, I'll tell you.
I've been giving agents a hard time for about a year now, and I call it the three.
Just a year.
Oh no, I've been giving them a hard time for a very long time, but about a particular topic. I call it the three horsemen of the real estate apocalypse, right? And they are: I'm the best marketer, I've got all the buyers, or I'm a pit bull negotiator. If any agent is trying to say one of those things is the reason you should hire them, don't. Because none of it's true. It's all BS at the end of the day, and they all use it. And I think that an agent actually needs a genuine, unique selling proposition in the marketplace. And the irony being, and maybe this is the reason why so many of them use the three horsemen of the real estate apocalypse, is the irony being their USP more often than not is actually who they are. As a genuine point.
USP.
Unique selling proposition.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
How about we don't talk in acronyms?
I said unique selling proposition before I used USP.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, well, that's all right. You zone in and out when I'm talking anyway. That's just part of
Can
the
you
course.
blame me?
Nah, let's just not go there.
Welcome back to the marriage counselling hour. So let's get some more questions happening. From your perspective, because I mean, no doubt you come up against agents who are, I'm the best negotiator, I'm the best marketer, and I'm a pit bull. I've got all the buyers.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
What is the reality of what
They're not.
an agent should be from the home seller's perspective, and what should they actually be saying in that when it comes to the marketing aspect? Because marketing leads to buyers, marketing leads to a stronger negotiating position, right? Brian Tracy says marketing is the artillery barrage before you send the salespeople in. So it all starts with marketing. What is it that agent should be saying, or that home seller should be hearing from that agent to actually give them confidence that they're not just...
Proof. Ask them for proof.
What does proof look like?
Well, like I think I said before in the previous podcast, I've actually got reports that will tell you, based from realestate.com, that they track how many buyers will look at your properties and inquire about your properties versus the other agent or the average in the area. Let's say not other agent and the average in the area. And right now, my numbers are sitting at around the average of property is seen and buyers inquire 400 times. Mine's sitting at 1,500.
Yeah, so you're nearly 4 times the average.
Correct.
Yeah.
So proof.
Proof.
Ask them for proof. Ask them to, okay, well, can you send us some links to some of the video testimonials from some of your previous clients?
With testimonials, testimonials can be guided, shall we say.
Video testimonials.
Video testimonials can be guided too with the questions that get asked and so forth. I like Paul, run us through, just on the note of testimonials, run us through how you conduct the testimonial interviews, because you do Narelle's, right?
Yep.
And also, after you've run us through that, how can someone see a testimonial and know that it was guided to get certain things said, as opposed to being a genuine where people just ad-libbed and spoke from the heart?
We never got them drunk, did we?
No, we didn't. No, there's always a bottle of
We're
wine sitting
trialing
somewhere.
that next week.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I guess the first thing is with testimonials, I always sit down with them and say, hey, look, I just want to ask you a series of questions from the nosy neighbour perspective. Right? Narelle, can you please leave the room? Right?
Yep.
Make them feel comfortable.
Get out.
That they are talking one-on-one with me. And I try and give them, when you say guided, yes, the questions are guided, but they're not loaded. I want to know whether this response is a natural response from them first. And if it's not, I will keep prodding until I get a natural response. So you ask a series of questions, how did she perform? What happened? Tell me about the open home. What was your experience? And who else did you get to come in? Oh, we had this person. Oh, give me some information about that. So if you have context in regards to, agent A, B, or C, then you can see that agent A, Narelle, is different to agent B or C. And they're saying that on camera. So they're giving real-world experience responses. Now, the trick to what I also do is I quite often say, oh, we're done. Excellent interview. I keep the camera rolling.
Yeah.
And we keep going.
And they keep
Right?
talking.
And I would say
And
90% of what makes the cut is the camera is off. And that is how I get a genuine response. But you may say, well, that could still be guided or tricked, or there's trickery in there, or, they're working for Narelle, their relatives. Yep, could be true. But you can't fake it 20 times in a row.
Yeah.
The message is consistent over 20 testimonials.
Yeah. 40.
There's 40 now?
There's 40 now.
Is there 40? Holy crap. Okay, 40 testimonials. You can see I've lost count because they're almost, day in, day out for us now. Over 40 testimonials, you will get a feeling of a consistent message.
Yeah. So does the volume help create that? So, and again, I'm putting my home seller hat on, right? Because every agent will curate testimonials in that I'm only going to send you, if I'm an agent, you're the seller all of a sudden, right? I'm only going to send you my best. I'm going to send you my best 3 to 5.
Yep.
Right? And every agent can get a best 3 to 5.
Yep.
The volume, the fact that Narelle's now got 40,
Yep.
how important,
How
how
many
much does
agents
that play
have
in?
video testimonials, though?
Well, that's a good point.
There's a few popping up.
But to answer your question there, as far as curation goes, Narelle doesn't get to see the product until it's delivered. And I will say on camera now, I will not make changes.
Yep.
Right? It is what it is. I will create.
Remember that last one we did? I think it was the second last one when
Yep.
they went, we were a bit, and then they go, oh, can we talk now? Because
Yep.
they thought the phone that was off. Can we talk now? And they just kept going.
Blah, off it went. So, and every single testimonial is posted on her. I can tell you this: every single testimonial that Narelle has is on her page. There's no.
I know this.
Yeah, there are no missing.
How do I
Right?
know this?
I don't know.
I know.
So-
you get to see them all.
But this
I
is this,
do.
this is behind the scenes information.
Yeah.
Yep.
And most people wouldn't know this. So how would someone identify that if they were looking at other testimonials? I would look at how the person is presenting in the testimonial. If it feels natural and not robotic, they're answering questions in their own words and terms and mannerisms. It feels genuine. It's more likely to be genuine than not.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk that marketing.
Yeah.
So obviously they're bringing in testimonials. We're talking results. How do you get those results? So if we were to go, all right, we got 4 times average views, right, in the area. The agent's sitting there going, hey, look, I've got the results. There's a few bar graphs on a page. So given your level of statistical data capability, reading capability, it could look great, could look like Swahili. What is it in terms of actual practical things? Look, I'm trying to play devil's advocate here. You know, I've got a lot of agents who I work with and I love dearly, and you're one of them. But
Yep.
we get so much feedback on social that's negative about agents. A Current Affair features, a hit piece on agents 3 times a year. They've got it on a rotation. All right, media headlines. This morning I woke up to an article about how a real estate agent burned down somebody's house at an open home. Right, like this.
Yeah, I saw that one. I went, oh, that's bizarre. I would have, and I mean, to be honest, the agent, I wouldn't have thought if what she did is what we do.
Yeah.
If the tenant has less stuff out, we quickly clean up. If you're an agent that cares, you quickly
But do you
clean
burn
up.
it?
Yeah, but she didn't mean.
She didn't mean to. So she's
Sorry.
put
I
it
mean,
she's
I know
put it
with
in a
on a
cabinet
shelf.
on a metal
With a
shelf
light on.
freestanding and flicked the light on, and the heat of the light heated up the shelf, which ignited it was blankets or something like that that had
Yeah.
been left over a railing on a balcony to dry. That started the fire and burnt the whole
Yeah,
house.
so it was entirely it was an accident. It
look,
wasn't like she didn't intentionally going, you know what? That shelf is
No.
going to catch fire. I'm going to
That's
turn
right.
that
Yeah.
light
Yeah,
on.
but the thing here is the word real estate agent,
yeah.
controversy.
Yeah.
yeah, that immediately
We're
like,
all- we're
It doesn't.
So-
it doesn't help that there has been some in recent times that have, put their foot in their mouth by being a little bit
or
dissociative.
dancing on a war memorial to celebrate a deal. That one will never be forgiven for me.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but no,
Yeah,
look,
no,
I'm
there
I'm
has
trying to
been
play
some
devil's
stupid
advocate
things.
here, right? And take the I'm sort of normally in Sian's shoes. Normally Sian's hitting me with the questions and she's playing the role of the homeowners who are commenting on our socials. But I wanted to play devil's advocate and put the questions to you, because you're an agent. You're a fantastic agent who works in this. You see the bullshit day in, day out.
Yep.
Right. But you also work to get the best possible price. You also work to ensure that you're representing your sellers and that you are living up to your legal responsibility of putting your sellers' interests first.
Yes.
Right, within the law. So these questions are not me, well, they're not intended as me hating on agents. They're me representing the sellers in the marketplace as best as I possibly can. Mm-hmm. And you know, look, we'll just ignore the school bell going. Students are going to come out. Hopefully we're not going to pick up.
Well, wasn't my phone ringing, so that's a win.
That's a good one.
That was my light bulb moment.
Yeah, that was the light bulb moment. So coming back to this marketing question, right? They're standing there going, I'm the best marketer or whatever, or they're showing you the marketing packages and they're going to be bronze, silver and gold, different price points. What is the actual practicality? Like, what are you looking for that needs to be happening in that marketing campaign to give them half a shot of getting 4 times the average?
Well, basically, number one, videos definitely are. We help to. I think a lot of even buyers and sellers have said what they see in mine is it showcases the area, talks about the area. It's not all about the agent, you know. And that's I think it's further into the city you see that sort of stuff, but also too, you know, buyers will trust a marketing package that has a virtual tour. 98% more than they won't, because they figure some of it's photoshopped.
It's harder to fake a virtual tour.
Correct.
Or
You can't. Yeah, you can't do
a
it.
virtual tour.
No,
You're
can't do
going
it.
to see warts and all.
Yes.
Yep.
That's right. And I mean, I guess with marketing, again, it comes back down to that presentation and using a high quality media team versus I see it where they'll go out and they'll use their phone, the camera on their phone, and then you look at the angles and you sort of go, how does that? And then the lighting looks terrible, and you just, my heart breaks for the sellers because I'm going, how can you be happy with this stuff and pay for it? By the way,
Do you know what? Since doing stuff for you, I can definitely tell you right now the amount of times that I've seen, you know, stuff come up in my feed, and I'm just like, why is there an agent continually in pictures of this house when they're saying, oh, newly listed? And it's like, literally, you got them standing in the kitchen, you've got them standing in the bathroom, you've got them standing out and it's
I've not seen
why? That. Yeah, no, I have seen it. And I'm just like, what is going on here when you're trying to have the house being sold? Then I've had ones where the pictures, where they've put them up online, going just listed, and the pictures are exactly that. Ones that have been taken on their phones. And it's like, I'm all for authentic stuff, but no, don't do that.
No, you've got to use your professionals at all times. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm here to sell the property.
Yeah.
I can't take photos. That's why I use Paul and like his whole media team sort of stuff. But you know, some buyers will say to me, "Oh, it's nuts, Narelle. I've been to 5 properties today, and none of them look like what they are online." Because what people do, and I just don't know how they get away with it, but what they'll do is they'll use photos from 10 years ago, and they use photos from 10 years ago, particularly if it's tenanted. They'll use the original photos when it was built or whatever.
But that can be a struggle because you can't necessarily, like if you're photographing a property that's tenanted, you can't be showing the tenant's belongings.
Yes, you can. We can.
If you talk to them.
If you get permission.
Correct.
Yeah.
But even if they say they don't want their belongings in there, we have the tricks to be able to
and that's the part, because
and
the
replace
last
furniture
house
to make it look like someone else's home.
Yeah, and the last house we were in, I expressed that concern because we work from home. So there's a lot of proprietary information, confidential information, things like that. We got crows in the background here. This is a real authentic episode. Hopefully we can edit that out. But we're about to have school kids screaming as well. But
Who chose this place?
it is what it is. But the agent who was selling that property, right, I expressed that concern because we were like, hey, look, we've got whiteboards up. We've got, all of our bits and pieces. He said, look, don't worry about it. None of your belongings will be in it because we will use a digital editing service to digitally stage the property the way that we want to show people how it could be used and lived in and so forth. And that's exactly what they did. In fact, the property looked amazing, and gave us a lot of ideas for furniture that we probably should have bought to put in that place. But if they're showing, like, if they're using those old photos, that's lazy.
Yep.
Oh, do you want to know something? And I can actually. So my parents had a place down on an esplanade, and I grew up in that house. 5-bedroom, beautiful. It had actually sold in 2019. Previously to that, it had actually sold in, it would have been 2010, right? In 2019, they were using the pictures from my parents and it was like, what the hell?
That's a different house. Didn't they renovate it and do crazy shit to it?
Yeah, they ended up in 2019 when it sold, they had actually, the people who were in there, it wasn't tenanted or anything. The people who were in there had actually knocked out a wall, built in downstairs. They did not showcase that. They used all of the old photos, and it's just like, what the hell? It went from a 5-bedroom house with 2.5 bath to now a 6-bedroom house with 2 en-suites and then a separate bath and a half toilet. And it's just like, what?
so that comes down to how much are you spending on marketing?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
if someone
if you
offers
want
it for free or for $500, you know you're in for a bad ride.
if you want a 4x result on how many people are looking at the home, you have to put that effort and money into making that happen. So in response to that is what Narelle said about the virtual tours. Well, that would expose everything.
Yeah.
Right. So if the photos are lying, the virtual tour can't lie.
Yeah.
The good thing is with Narelle's packages is that they're all consistent. The video, the photos, the floor plan, the virtual tour, it doesn't matter what you look at, it's going to look like that when they walk in the door.
Yeah.
Which, of course, gives buyers trust.
Buyers trust. And when they trust the agent from the onset, negotiations can start to happen, correct? So the other reason there is that, you're also giving buyers as much information as possible, because we're in a world now where some real estate agents think that, hey, if I only show them a little bit, they're going to be curious enough to call. That's not the case. People are time poor. You have as much information laid out in front of them as possible. They're going to look at, Narelle's listing compared to another identical home, maybe across the road. They will walk to Narelle's home because they are armed with information, right? The one next door with, parents' old photos and what have you, not going to bother.
And if you lose the buyer's trust,
Hence
it
the
really
4X.
does peeve them off. You think about it. We put in a lot of hard work to do open homes and inspections. But also buyers put in their time, say mostly on a Saturday, and organise where they're going to go. And if they come to a house and they sit outside and they go, I don't look like anything like that, then they're going to lose the faith as well. And then we wonder why people go, real estate agents are assholes.
Yeah.
Well, here's a great example. Right, can I bring this one up?
Yeah.
Right. So we did.
We'll say yes.
Yeah, we'll say
It's not our job on the line.
So you had a listing with an agent, if you remember. You'll twig in a minute when I get going. So you took a listing that didn't sell from an agent, and it had power lines in the backyard.
Yes.
Big.
I know who. Yep.
Those big high tension power lines, right, in the backyard, and the agent purposefully avoided all angles and marketing to not show the power lines, and it didn't sell. Narelle walks in there. We do a video. She points them out.
Research.
She talks about the power lines. We have them in the photos. Hey, guess what? This is the home, warts and all. People went, right, cool.
And I
They
addressed
trusted that. She addressed it.
I addressed it, yeah.
Yeah, the people who turned up were still genuine in their purchase.
Acknowledge, resolve, redirect.
Hold on. You're telling me that if you're transparent in your communication, that people are going to trust you more? This just seems like a new concept.
Ding.
Now she's being facetious.
Me?
What do you mean now?
Oh, sorry.
And we've got plenty of examples of that, don't we? Like there was another home we did marketing on. Again, give the buyer every bit of information so the ones that turn up, Narelle knows are serious.
Yeah.
That she has no time for people kicking the can and walking in going, oh, this isn't what it's supposed to be like, and waste all that time and inquiry and all of those people that go into the buyer system. There was another one we did, right? So we marketed that home authentically. It had bad carpet, Remember the paint on the
Oh
paint?
yeah, that funny one.
So,
yeah.
you know,
it was what was it? Oh, one of the cracks.
Yeah, I can't remember. But the paint was falling off the walls. The carpet was going mouldy. Anyway, it was a bit of a doer-upper. Narelle goes in there dressed up like a tradie and talks about it.
I remember this.
We videoed in close-up the stained carpet, the cracked paint on the walls. So the person who turned up went, my goodness, this is exactly what it is online, and refreshing to see an agent address it like that.
It is what it says on the box.
That reminds me of the one that I think it was Michael Hill. Is that his name? Down in works for Noel Jones down in Wanturna. Yeah,
owns Noel Jones office down there.
He showcased a property, and he's like, literally, the opening scene was showing the letterbox that had the numbers like this on it, and he's just like, trust me, you'll want to pull it down. And he went through and he's like, and you know, he's got cupboards that are falling off in the kitchen, and he's like, I mean, you can fix it up if you want to, or you could just pull it down. Like, so everything was exposed with this, where he was just like, I just embraced the fact that this property was falling apart. And he said the amount of people that actually went, you know what, I'm going to go and have a look at this, because he just created enough interest for going, this property is not that great, not going to lie to you.
Yep.
So they were wanting just to go and have a look. He ended up getting listings from that just because he showed that, not that these people were genuinely interested in the property, but just the fact that they went, you know what, he's real.
Yep.
He's honest. That house, I think we had 50 groups through. It was pouring rain.
Yeah.
And something like 10 offers, and the place needed a lot of work. A lot of work. But, you know, if you're honest, like the one with the power line, the issue is by hiding it. I'd actually done the research that it was 40 metres away from the granny flat. So it was of no danger to anyone.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't going to do anything. I think on the video I went, in fact, this thing you're watching the video on probably is providing more danger to you than what that is. But because you addressed it, you didn't have your tyre kickers, and people weren't turning up and going, that wasn't in the photo.
Well, that's terrifying when it's a surprise.
Yeah, and when you're looking at the front of the house and looking back, it actually looks like the tower's right on the house. It's not when you get actually onto the property.
Yeah. It's like the one that you had that was near the cemetery.
Oh yeah, yeah. That sold in a week too.
Yeah,
and that was with another agent prior to me taking it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
and you had a bit of fun with that one too. She's like, you know, kept on going and reading the script. She's like, we're just near the dead centre. I can't read that.
I was waiting for a dead centre of town joke.
Yeah.
Favourite dad joke across everybody, every dad ever. Yeah.
And then there was something about statues, just near the place that has lots of
Statue World.
Yeah,
Statue
World.
Yeah. We come up with that on the spot, don't we?
Yeah. Well, he's the main motivator of that. Sometimes I go, I have no idea what I'm going to say.
The fun thing about working with Narelle, you can take more of a comedic sort of angle with a lot of these listings, because Narelle's just such a down-to-earth person. She just is real, right?
Yeah.
So you can take some comedic angles on these. And again, you know, you're building that rapport through marketing anyway with people. And, you know, we have fun with it. We enjoy it. You know, the people who see it make comments every time. So, you know, keep doing that.
Well, that's pretty much what you want, isn't it?
Yeah.
That you get in front of as many people as possible on social media, and with that, because I do that. But obviously, you know, the stuff that you actually provide me for Narelle is what also helps with getting it in front of people. Yeah. And the thing that does frustrate me as a social media person is the amount of people who just go and share the link for...
Oh, no, not link sharing.
the link for realestate.com. And it's just like, that's all well and good, but the issue with it is that, A, the seller should not be going and doing the marketing on their own page, which is only hitting the people that they know. There's no one new that's going to be getting that.
No, number one, you still want to share it with everyone you know. Yes,
but at the same time, don't just have someone give you a link and go and put it up on your socials. No.
Market that link.
Yes.
Get that link out.
They should be doing
pump
that
it out
and
to
not turning around to you going, thanks for your $700. Here's a link that's already available to you. Go and share it on your socials. No, well, what the hell are you doing? What's the point? If that's going to be the extent of your marketing on social media.
I think there's very few that's the extent. I think they're posting it on their page, their real estate page. How much money is actually getting spent behind it is another story, though.
Yeah.
And that, I think that is the thing, is there needs to be money spent. There's so many more eyeballs on social media than what there is on realestate.com.
There's so many more avenues as well when it comes to social media.
Look,
as well.
there are. And I mean, video is going to gain.
Again, I can vouch for this. Narelle does do it.
Oh, she does?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know you're up on your soapbox here, but I'm
No, it frustrates me.
I
I'm just
know it
looking at
does.
it going, hello, use all resources available to you, and using the seller exclusively is not
maybe you should put together some sort of marketing property on social media guide. It's a step by step so that sellers can really, grade their agents on how effective their agent's doing.
I have no problems in doing that, and I have no problems in real estate agents going, are you telling me that I've got more stuff to do? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am
Yeah,
telling
do.
you that you've
Yeah.
got more stuff to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get a good media person behind you, both social media as well as actual videographer and all the rest of it. Photographer, get the good people, make sure that they're decent and not just using their phones.
So what I'm hearing here is the foundation of a good marketing campaign starts at how you present and how you actually show the property in photography and video.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
because I'm curious now. Sorry, John. So, Sian, so
I'll
what
just sit
should
back, have a
people
cookie.
do in social media once they have good marketing to back it up?
There should be reels. There should be video posts. You should be across every single platform possible.
Now,
Because again, this can all be provided by a real estate agent. They know who their audience is. Facebook, Meta gives them that information. They can show you. So if you've got a property that you know is most likely going to sell to younger families, that's great, but you don't want to exclusively just hit them, because you don't know if you've got the grandparents who also know the younger generation. So you want to get everyone. You don't want to do a stupidly targeted, narrowing it right down. You want to hit as many people. You've got people who... Sorry.
You're right.
You've
She's
got
on the
people...
soapbox,
Yeah,
though.
I am.
I'm sitting back eating cookies. This is great.
You've got people who use Facebook, but they don't use Instagram. You've got people who use Instagram, don't use Facebook or TikTok. So you want to use all of the platforms possible that you can, and not just go, I'm only going to advertise on Facebook. If they've got you can ask them, how much money do I have to go across everything, right? You don't just want, you want ads to be run for them, not just boosting. That's one thing that people have to ask. Are you just boosting my post, or are you actually putting an ad out there? That is two entirely different things.
Well, hang on. I'll just wind back a bit. But I'm a tight-ass agent that didn't spend a lot of marketing. Are you saying that Facebook isn't free?
No.
People actually have to pay to win and actually get seen on social? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Unless you're using reels. Reels are free money right at the
Yeah.
moment, but you don't have any control over who sees the reels. You
But-
still want to put money behind reels because that allows you to control the audience that actually sees the reels.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then
that's the key.
also have YouTube. If you've got a property that just is, there's something about it where you're just like, this has got to have more in-depth detail. Like, we've got to not just do the 15 seconds worth. We've got to really show this place. Get it up onto YouTube. Have people sharing it from YouTube.
But load the full video on Facebook and Instagram as well,
Yeah.
and on TikTok, because all of them have facility to allow those longer videos, right? And those that want to engage will engage. But
Instagram does allow you to do 15 minutes.
yeah, and
Like,
it's
you can
the
have a
stories and
full-on
reels that are
video.
shortened now, but like your post can be a hell of a lot longer. And I think that that's hugely important because those that are interested, it almost becomes like a qualification funnel, right? The 15, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever gets their attention, they go through and watch the rest of the video, right? That's someone who's interested because we're not going to waste our time, our precious time that is the only non-renewable commodity that we really have. We're not going to waste that if we're not interested, right? Attention is what you're trading in.
Well, you also do have, especially in real estate, you do have a buyer's journey.
Yeah.
And that's, you want to get in front of as many people as possible.
So
then you want to go down and get the engagement. You want those people to be engaging with it. And then from that, surprise, surprise, you'll get the people who are going to be putting in the offers. It comes down a
not
funnel.
only that, so the other thing is too, you want to be getting them on as many platforms as possible.
Yeah.
Because the rule of thumb is if they see you in one place, so let's say you've got a buyer pool of 100 people, right? If they see you in one place, let's say 10 people are going to respond, okay, and move sort of through that buyer's journey. But if those 100 people see you in 2 places, 20 people are going to respond. If they see you in 3, 30 are going to respond. If they see you in 4 and so forth, right? And it's that frequency in market that gets people to act. There's been so many different studies on it that show that people don't act on an ad the first time they see it.
Yeah.
Right? They'll act on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th time that they see it. And so that frequency is vitally important as well, I think.
So what I'm hearing you say there, John, sorry, back over to you, is that if an
I
agent...
finished my cookie.
That's right. They are good. If someone is marketing a property on all these platforms, are you saying that agents might actually increase their brand awareness by being in more places?
Oh, absolutely.
At once?
Like it's a
being
beautiful...
facetious.
Oh, I know he is, but I'm gonna be really aspy and just answer the
Let me just
question.
slide that.
Is that- yeah.
There we go.
No, look, absolutely. I think that it good marketing as an agent when you're marketing that property, that increases your brand awareness. And if you're across those platforms, you are massively increasing the exposure for not just the property, but your brand as well, right? It's a hand-in-hand or hand-in-glove kind of scenario here. You win by helping your client win. And that is so massively important. And look, it used to be, and I've been a Facebook certified media planning professional for 7 years, right? I was first qualified in 2017. And
As long as I've known you.
Yeah.
yeah,
go.
absolutely. And essentially that's a fancy way of saying I'm a Facebook qualified strategist, right? If you are not across as many platforms as you can possibly be across, you are cutting off audience. You are lessening the amount of competition that you can create for that property. You're also diminishing your brand exposure, right? And it hurts you in the long run. Now, if you're just marketing, you're putting it up on the portals, realestate.com.au, domain, like this is, and these portals play a really, really important part in our real estate ecosystem. People don't go to Facebook looking for property. They don't. They don't go to Instagram. They don't go to TikTok looking for property. You are putting that in front of them on those platforms, which is incredibly valuable. But people go to realestate.com and domain.com, or realestate.com.au and domain.com to look at property.
That's right.
So these are already semi-qualified. So if you have consistency across every single platform and you're targeting viable buyers in the correct area, those buyers are seeing that property on domain, realestate.com.au, whatever. They're then seeing it in their feeds on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and so forth. And for the longest time, I've sat there and said, don't use these platforms that allow you to post to all, right? One post goes to everything. Because places like Facebook and Instagram, that they kind of punish them in the algorithm, but that's changing. Because we've started to do it to test out some stuff. We came across some cool bits and pieces and tools. And I suppose this bit of information is more for agents than it is for homeowners, but it's a good bit of info to know. We've always been anti these tools. We've started to test these tools as things have started to change, and we've seen those changes.
It's getting different because of how Facebook is going down the AI path when it comes
Absolutely.
to ads.
And the algorithms and that. So we're using Social Vista, and there's one other, Minvo, which is a video editor that then will also schedule posts to your calendar for you, right? At the moment, we're testing them out. You're getting the same, if not more, traction going through that path and that scheduler than what you were previously, right? And so it's no longer a case of if you use these posting tools that you're getting harmed in the algorithm, because the primary focus of the algorithm now is not where the content comes from, but the quality of the content itself and how relevant it is.
Absolutely.
So as an agent, if you're sitting in and going, oh, it's too hard, you want me to post on 6 different platforms? No, post once, use one of these tools that will post to all 6, but make sure your content is relevant. The hashtags you're using are relevant to what it is you're pitching and selling.
Don't do trending.
No.
Do not do that.
Because
Instagram will automatically go bum bum.
Yep, exactly. And make sure, like, that way you're going to get that exposure. But then go and boost it and put me. And I don't care about boosting. I know you are anti-boost.
No,
I'm
look,
boost for exposure. I'm happy to.
I don't have a problem with boosting. What I have a problem with is when that's all that they are doing.
Yeah, like,
They are only boosting, and they are like, oh, I'll go and put, let's say, I'm going to go and put $200 behind a boost. I would be going, why?
They're fishing in one pond.
Yeah. Like, why are you
See,
putting
I've
that amount
got
of money?
I've got zero issue with that, because I know
Well, I have a look at to go first.
the conversion doesn't happen on Facebook to get someone to an open home. The conversion happens on the actual listing, the digital listing
Of all,
portal.
I have a look and go, hold on, how many views has this post actually had? How many people are actually engaging with this content? If they're not doing it and you're going and chucking behind $200 behind it, that's pointless money being spent.
But that's a problem with the content, not the hitting of
That's
the boost
right,
button.
which is what we're
right?
talking about when it comes
the
to
boost,
marketing, are
the
we not?
boost, no, but you're saying you don't like people boosting, but that problem isn't boosting,
Boosting's not a problem.
right? That's the problem with the content that they're putting out, because at the end of the day, it's the
we're
algorithm
talking
reads the
about
content.
marketing.
But you've just sat there and said you don't like people boosting, and you got a problem with boosting,
It's the way
and
that they're doing the boosting that I have the issue with.
it's the content, not the way they're doing the boosting, because boosting is an engagement. It's an engagement optimization. So boosting actually works in this particular
We'll just
case.
come head to head with this.
But
So, okay, so just to wind back. So this is great.
You don't have to say that.
No, but from the homeowner's perspective about what you're both saying, in my experience, what John was saying is when they're on the property portals, they're in buying mode. They're actually looking to make a purchase. Now, we've come across a few clients now by using, Facebook strategies that you guys implement as well, is that marketing has played a pivotal role in marketing to people on social for the ones that have come off the market temporarily, who aren't looking on the portals and gone, oh, our dream home just popped up
Yeah.
in our feed. We need to have a look at this.
Yep.
And that's the audience for homeowners to
Yeah.
know that there's a whole pool of people that are on and off the property portals.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, well, the
Absolutely.
thing that's the thing is that while they're laying in bed, winding down for the day or starting up for the day,
Their
they've
dream
got
home just got listed.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's popping up in their feed.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
we have to list the house, or we really need to get a price report, or whatever. We're looking at doing a renovation, so suppose we should really find out as to what it is. Oh, look, Narelle's just come up in our feed, and that house looks good. Maybe we should get in contact with her because that house looks nice. Like, she looks like she knows what she's talking about. Like, you don't know when that reel is going to be in front of someone while they're in that state of mind.
And
of,
even
I got to do something about my house.
even paid for, it's cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
Like it's stupid. The amount of attention you get for so little money.
It doesn't matter whether it's and I'm sure you agree with this. It doesn't matter whether it's a $250,000 small little granny flat, or whether it's a multi-million-dollar property. At the end of the day, your job is to make sure it sells.
That's right. And again, by doing that and getting as much exposure as it can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Narelle's actually, your record home sale, if I remember, came off a Facebook ad.
Correct. Yeah.
Ta-da!
No, check
Not
that.
realestate.com. Sorry, realestate.com, but you're not always...
Look, I think they've learned that. They've come to accept that. But I mean, look, there's one more question I've got for you, Narelle. And it comes out, it's actually coming back to something you mentioned way back at the beginning, and that is proof, right? You talk when you're looking at the agent. How do digital offers feature in to not just providing that proof, but also allowing you to create competition off the back of your marketing in a way that really...
Are you talking about market buy?
I'm talking about market. Of course I am.
What other digital offer platform would they be
Yeah,
talking
I
about,
didn't think
Narelle?
there was one.
As far as anyone's concerned, there's no other offer platform in the market.
Yep, that's right. That's right. No, look, it really does play an important part. You can show people that, you know, I might say I've got another 50 buyers out there looking for a house that's something like yours, you know, so if they're looking to sell. And what you can do is you can actually print off, and I've had that case recently where we had 60 people in an open home. The owners thought there was no way they'd be able to reach the price they would like, let alone, I guess, capitalise on that. And we had 25 offers. But what was happening is you could see, obviously, you know, for, I guess, the seller, or the buyer, the fact that these platforms don't show what those offers are unless you choose it to.
Yep.
But you can see that if I'm saying I had 25 offers, so I've got 24 people who missed out who are looking for a home like yours in this area, that's proof as well.
Yeah.
You know, and obviously for those people, it really did maximise because there were people looking at it going, and they were going, buy
Actually,
one,
on that
buy,
note,
buy A, buy B, buy C.
We've had a lot of
And-
agents join
and
Market
they
Buy
were looking at
in
it
the
going,
last
what's going on
sort
here?
of 3 months.
And we
We've
got
been
up
doing a
to
big
25
push.
offers, but it also, I guess, maximised my time.
It's
'Cause
interesting.
normally in the
There's only one
older
type of
days,
agent who
without
says
that
no.
platform, I'd be going through pieces of paper,
And it's the
ringing
agent who
people.
goes, no, I don't want the
okay,
transparency
right,
because
we're
I
in
want to be
multiple
able to
offer
manipulate
situation.
the
I'm now sending
situation.
you another form. Off we go.
That's
and it
the
allows
rejection
a
that
lot more
we've had.
transparency.
Yeah,
So the
going out
buyers
to
know
the
I'm not
market.
bullshitting. I'm not
Two,
making
yeah.
it up.
Yep.
That there are other buyers in there in this arena.
I don't want
and the
the
sellers can
transparency
see,
because
or
I want to
say
be
their
able
neighbour
to
or someone
manipulate
down the
the
street can
situation.
see.
Well, that's
I do
concerning.
have another
That's
24
deeply
people
concerning.
who are looking
Yeah.
for a house like
Yeah.
that.
And you know, kind of thankfully, what they it's want the to spend as well minority because they've made offers.
That's
There's,
right.
I have a question.
We've been
Out of
adding
the
new
25
agents, been
offers,
jumping
they
up all list
also
over.
say
So.
to,
How many
you know,
buyers?
Your job doesn't have to be hard.
Was it 25?
You can
Buyers.
make it a
Buyers.
lot easier.
Okay.
So
And
they
I'm
each
sure
make one
you're
offer each.
finding using Market Buy has made
Oh, no, sorry.
your job easier
25,
to some
no, we had
extent when it
23
comes
buyers.
to that whole process.
Once
Only-
once you
only
get through
one
those
an
first
additional
few
offer.
sales, it's
Yeah.
a little bit of a
Counter-offer.
headache. Yeah, to get, right. Like
Right.
to get used
and one
to
of
it.
them just
Yeah,
smashed it out of the park.
But once
The
you
reason
get
why I
right.
say this-
one went, I'm
Yeah.
buying this no matter what happens.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
reason why I'm saying this is because people go, well, that's great that you got 25 offers, but how many people were actually going, I want to buy this
Yeah.
property?
Oh,
'Cause
I've
you can have
seen-
you can have 6 buyers, but then you know
I've seen properties that have seen 20, 30 offers where there's
Yeah.
been 2 buyers and they just get
Yeah.
head to head and they refuse to let it go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like a dog with a bone.
They are. They are.
But in the buyer's market that we're in right now, like,
We're in a buyer's market.
are
We're in a
buyer's
seller's,
market?
no,
We're in a seller's market. Seller's market.
So we're in a seller's market right now. My bad. So with all the buyers, I got those twisted. With all the buyers now in the market looking to purchase, 25 offers in a multiple offer scenario would be a nightmare to handle.
Oh,
Would
yeah.
it not?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the information overwhelm for the sellers if you had to go out and go, here's 25 different
Yeah,
written
don't worry
offers.
about Narelle. She'll be fine through that.
Oh, she'll manage
that.
that.
Information and just going, oh, that's right. Oh, hold on. Who's that? Oh, this person just called. No, wait, hold on.
Yeah.
This person's calling.
Yeah.
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 I love, though, that like the straight line between a marketing campaign that's run effectively and then being able to go, there are 25 offers from 23 buyers.
I had another one the week
There's
later.
there's a straight line of proof.
There's your proof.
The weekend of Christmas, a week later, we had 5. I'm thinking I'm not going to get anyone through. A long weekend, everyone's gone away.
Is that the one that I was like, I literally just put that up?
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 groups, 5 offers. And we were done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I haven't even had the campaign take off yet.
Hasn't
Clearly, she's
gained its
doing
traction.
what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And clearly
But,
it's
Yeah.
getting out in front of
but
people.
it does show the sellers that we're not making it up neither, that there are people
Yeah.
interested in the area.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, they might live in an area and it happens. They'll say, oh, don't buy there, it's terrible. And go, well, you know, that's actually not true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone else is loving it.
Yeah.
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 No, I love it. I love the way this is digital offer, and obviously I'm involved in digital offers, but I just love the way it's changing things and bringing that transparency. You know, a lot of the issues that we discuss, a lot of the frustration that that gets presented to us by people in the market is being alleviated by digital offers, because it's no longer a case of the agent screwed me out of this property, or I was denied fair and reasonable opportunity, or fair and equal opportunity is the phrase I use. It's, you know what? I put my best foot forward and it wasn't enough. That property went for more. That
Yeah.
sucks. No one likes missing out, but at least I got equal opportunity to try and secure that property.
Well, that's right, and they can see that you're
Yeah.
being fair. Versus, I'm sure there would have been in the days when there weren't the digital offers. Oh, how do I know that there are actual
Yeah.
other offers?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And then and you're not allowed to show them. So what do you go? Take a picture of 25 pieces of paper, going, well, here you go, here's proof, but I can't show you anything.
Yeah,
But at
exactly.
the same time, they can go, that's just 25 pieces of paper that you've just shown me.
Exactly.
You cut down a tree to do that. How dare you?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. No, I like it. I like it.
Well,
It's another good app.
it is.
I think that's a good. Is there anything else you guys want to add? So I mean, we've pretty much we've got to
marketing.
send you on your way
Soon.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is there anything you guys want to add? We've asked a heap of questions. We've all jumped up on
Not
soapboxes.
really.
No.
No, we covered it all.
Yeah.
I don't like to talk.
Just to quickly top off everything that we said in this little bit here is get the proof. There are systems out there. There is ways to find this proof. Ask for evidence, then make an informed decision on what you're going to do
Yeah.
next.
They
Results are everything.
Yeah, they have access. If they say that they don't have that access,
They're not using the right tools.
Do your research.
yeah,
Probably.
yeah. Well, we need to wrap up. So,
Let's do it.
yeah.
There's an outro button here.